Yo guys, in this video we're going to discuss about the New Year 22 seasonals and see how good they are versus the other sync pairs that we have right now. And by the way, if you find my voice to be weird, well, I've been sick for the last 2 days, so you'll have to bear with this for the entire length of the video. But aside from that guys, enjoy watching. Yo, this is also known as SPL Gum, also known as Facial Gum, also known as Grunt, Yardy's team's called Grunt, and this is Pokemon Masters EX. Guys, in this video, we're going to discuss about New Year Volkner and New Year Sabrina and see how good they are. As you might know, I'm really excited about New Year Volkner. I really like his outfit. New Year Sabrina is a very good support as well, and cannot wait. They are coming together on January 1, ends on January 17. And, you know, we have had Renegade Cynthia come out a couple of days ago. Yesterday? Yes, yesterday, depending on when you watch this video. I hope you had the best of luck scouting for her. If you decide to hold on to your gems first and scout for her later, well, good luck when the time comes that you will scout for her. Very good ghost type sync pair. If you want to see my analysis as well as, you know, actual usage of her, check out the links in the description. And then, January 4, we have the rerun of last year's New Year units. Out of the two, I would prefer New Year Lily, but we're going to discuss about them slightly. I kind of discussed about New Year Lance versus New Year Lily last time in my general analysis, so check it out as well if you want. But in this video, we're going to mostly or mainly discuss about New Year Volkner and New Year Sabrina. So we have around 17 days to scout for them. And, you know, they are seasonal scouts. Seasonal scouts meaning that there is a 2% chance of scouting for them, as well as 7% chance of getting a random 5-star from their banners. And then, you know, they also have a tiered scout counterpart, which you can use up to a maximum of 20,200 paid gems in order to get at least one copy of either of the two by going to tier 10. So compared to 36,600 non-paid gems, you're saving quite a lot of gems by going the tiered scout route, but need paid gems in order to do that. And then there's Lucas coming on January 13, slightly before these two ends on February 27 as well. More than 1 month to scout for them. But again guys, there's a very high chance that we will be getting more sync pairs before the month ends. In fact, if you check last year, we got our Palentine seasonal, first Palentine seasonal. I think it's Serena first. We got her before February. We got her on January 29, I think, or 30, or was it 28? Then we got Dawn on February. So keep in mind that we have the Palentine seasonals coming up as well as the rerun of Palentine's Dawn and Palentine's Serena. So now let's start taking a look at New Year Volkner. As you can see over here, if you see this image, congratulate yourself for getting New Year Volkner, electric type striker with this. Looks like we're starting off this year with on the right foot. And this is his sync move animation. Enjoy. Very generic sync pair animation as well. Hope and Happiness Electric Beam. Now there's no addition or there's no built-in multiplier here. It's just a normal generic sync move. He has Discharge, which is an AoE 3 move gauge attack. It's a 30% chance of leaving the opponent/opponents paralyzed. And then Thunder, if it is rainy, it never misses. If it is not raining, I think it's a 70% accuracy move. It's just below 100 and has a 30% chance as well of leaving the target paralyzed. He also has X special attack, which raises his special attack by 2, as well as its electric raises his speed stat plus 2, and then raises his accuracy and critical hit rate plus 1. Now his passive skills are interesting. He has Super Duper 9, basically after you use an attack. If the opponent's weak to electric, you get a super effective up next. I think I made a mistake when I was discussing this in the past. Basically, I said that it's alternate. It's gonna be a super effective up next, then not, then super effective up next. I think I made a mistake there. I think it's gonna be all the time except for the first move and except for the move that comes after the sync move. So once you use either Discharge or Thunder for the very first time, your next attack, if the opponent is weak to electric, will be super duper or super effective up next. And then so on and so forth, it's gonna be super effective up next as long as the opponent is weak to electric. Now once you hit the enemy with a sync move, I don't think Super Duper 9 will trigger. So you have to wait for the next attack in order to trigger this. But I might be wrong. Just let me know if you think I'm wrong or not. And then we have Super Freebie. If the opponent is weak to electric type attacks, there's a 30% chance of giving Year Volkner a free move next for his next attack. Then Conductive Sync, after he uses his sync move for the very first time, the field will become electric terrain. Now, as you might know, we will have some new lucky cookies called Deluxe Lucky Cookies. There's a thing that I think is better than Critical Strike 2. It's called Super Powered 3. Basically, if the opponent is weak to, electric type, it will become more powerful. This applies to both normal attacks and sync moves. And I think, if we consider the numbers, Critical Strike 2 normally powers up by 20%. I'm pretty sure Super Power 3 powers up by around 30%. But keep in mind that this will not work if the opponent is not weak to electric type. So this does not work with off-type damage, but this will work if, and even if it's not gonna be a critical hit, because Critical Strike 2 is locked with critical hits only. Meanwhile, Power Flux 2 or Power Flux 3, another one that we kind of recommended in the past, only works with normal attacks and not sync moves. Super Powered 3 works with both normal attacks and sync moves, but if the opponent's not weak to electric type attacks, this will not do anything. And so, we come to the interesting part, which is his sync grid. So at 1 out of 5, you get Lithe. Basically, you cannot get paralyzed. 2 out of 5, you get Fast Track 9, which is very good when you combine this with his 3 out of 5 tile, which is ramming speed. The higher his speed stat is, the stronger his Thunder slash Discharge is gonna be. 2 out of 5, you also get its Electric MP Refresh 2. Again, it's electric. What it does is raises your speed stat plus 2, raises your accuracy and critical hit rate plus 1. Then Pinpoint M3 raises your accuracy by 1 at the start of the battle. Shock Recovery, if the field is electric terrain, you get to recover HP every single time you attack. Now, keep in mind one more time that normally the electric terrain setter in the game is the normal Volkner. And the sad thing about this is that you cannot pair up the normal Volkner with Year Volkner, which means our electric terrain setters is gonna be limited to him as well as classic ELESA with Max Lightning, her max move, which sets up electric terrain as well. Meanwhile, Year Volkner, first time he uses a sync move electric terrain. But it's not gonna be permanent unless you get the parameter for Champion Stadium, which is field effects are permanent, blah 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 blah. So keep in mind that it's not gonna be, there's no MP refresh there. You can have New Year Volkner together with Classic ELESA, but as soon as, you know, Electric Terrain fades and you have used up both, it's not gonna come back because there's no MP refresh or anything like that. Static Shock 3 is a sync move multiplier. If the opponent is paralyzed, your sync move gets more powered up. There's Super Crit 9. When the opponent is weak to electric type attacks, you raise your critical hit rate +1. So it's electric raises your critical hit rate. If you have Super Crit 9, I don't think you exactly need It's Electric, as well as he also gets Fast Track 9, which raises his speed stat. If you have Super Crit 9 and Fast Track 9, you don't exactly need It's Electric, especially if you're using Discharge build, because Discharge 100% accuracy. Meanwhile, Thunder, you need to kind of raise your accuracy stat or cause rain before it doesn't miss. And then X special attack MP refresh 2, 30% chance of restoring X special attack, but at 3 out of 5 you get Super Savvy 9. When the opponent is weak to electric, you use an electric type attack, you get to raise your special attack stat +1. So if you get this, you don't exactly need X special attack MP refresh. He also gets another multiplier, Double Down 3. If the opponent's weak to electric, your sync move gets powered up. Also gets Static Shock 5, which pairs up with Static Shock 3. So if the opponent is paralyzed, you get to deal more damage. So that gives him 3 sync move multipliers: Static Shock 3, Static Shock 5, paralyzed. Double Down 3 if the opponent is weak to electric, that's another multiplier. And then there's Super Sinker, which gives him a super effective up next after you use your sync move for the first time. But I don't think this is very, very great on him, because you cannot, I mean, if you want Super Sinker to work with your sync move, with your next sync move, you have to waste a lot of turns not using New Year Volkner in order to save up your super effective up next for the next sync move. And then 3 out of 5 you get some Thunder multipliers. We got Thunder Paralysis Synergy 2. If the opponent is paralyzed, Thunder becomes stronger. And then Thunder Super Countdown 1, which is kind of like Adrenaline, or rather Propulsion 1, except that the opponent has to be weak to electric type attacks. If you use Thunder on the opponent, there's a 20% chance of reducing your sync move countdown by 1 after you use Thunder. And then there's 2 sync move multiplier, or rather sync nuke tiles, and that's about it for New Year Volkner. Now, let's discuss if this is possible to get on his grid. So as you can see over here, 1 out of 5 basically allows you to get pretty much everything. 1 out of 5, pretty much everything. 2 out of 5, you have a choice whether to go for Discharge or go for Thunder. Personally, I think I'll use Thunder, or rather Discharge, more than Thunder. So as you can see, I got It's Electric MP Refresh 2. I got Super Crit 9, basically after I use an electric type move. If the opponent is weak to electric type moves, I get to raise my critical hit rate. We got Shock Recovery. If the field is electric terrain, we get to recover some HP. We got Discharge Move Gauge Refresh 2. We got a multiplier, Static Shock 3. If the opponent is weak, or rather if the opponent is paralyzed, we get to deal more damage. There's also a Thunder build over here, which we also similarly got Shock Recovery. We got Super Crit 9. We got 2 Thunder Accuracy nodes over here. Thunder Move Gauge Refresh. Static Shock 3 over here. Yeah, that is how I will build it. Again, there are so many infinite possibilities for the sync grid. It's just a couple of suggestions that I will do. At 3 out of 5, we got, this is a Discharge build. So we got Ramming Speed. The higher our speed stat is, the stronger. We got Fast Track 9 every single time we attack. We get to raise our speed. We got Super Savvy 9 every single time we hit the enemy with a super effective attack. We raise our special attack stat +1. Super crit 9 again, if the opponent is weak to electric, we get to raise our critical hit rate. And that is one of the builds that I will do on him. There's also a thunder build over here, which I got its electric MP refresh too, because not enough energy in order to get super savvy 9 or super crit. So we also got Sync Noctile, Thunder Accuracy Nodes, Thunder Paralysis Synergy, Thunder Super Countdown, Thunder Move Gauge Refresh, and last one, which is Sync Nuke build, which we got 2 Sync Noctiles. We got all his multipliers, which is Static Shock 3, Static Shock 5 if the opponent is paralyzed, stronger damage. We got Double Down 3 if the opponent is weak to electric type moves, stronger damage, shock recovery, and that is basically it. Now, not exactly sure if I want the Sync Nuke build or the fast track or the ramming speed build, because I think these are both good. I think I have to test him out before I decide whether I want the ramming speed build or the static shock build. But until then, that is New Year Volkner for you, and I hope that, you know, he's good because I really like his kit. Now let's come to New Year Sabrina, the second sync pair of this update. Again, not this update, but the New Year seasonals coming out on January 1 as well, same time as New Year Volkner. I hope we all have a wonderful New Year. I hope so too, Sabrina. Just, you know, I want to get better and get well before New Year comes. So hard to talk, and I feel weak. My entire body feels weak. Anyway, guys, this is her sync move animation. And poor Lucario time. Okay, this is New Year Sabrina in Qingling, and she is a support unit. She only has one attack, which is Confusion, and don't expect her to deal damage because, as you can see over there, her stats, this is 140, attack stat is just 88, which we're going to ignore that because she's special attack anyway. But special attack is only 122, and if you 6-star EX her, it's only 162. So her damage will not be strong at all, but this is not what she is about because she is a very nice support unit. So she has Confusion, 10% chance of leaving the target confused, but her passive skill, Aggravation 4, raises the chances of making Confusion, you know, confuse the opponent. She also has X Special Attack All, which raises everyone's special attack +2, Condition Shield, which prevents everyone in your allied field of play from getting burned, paralyzed, frozen, and falling asleep. And then Clear Your Mind MP, or rather Clear Your Mind, restores an ally's HP by 40% and applies the enduring effect next to that sync pair. So if you don't know how good this is basically potion, kind of, plus endure effect. Normally in the game, we only got either potion or giving you endure effect with your trainer moves. For example, Pierce, Shout My Name, I think it's Shout My Name, gives you an endure effect. You remain at 1 HP. So if, you know, if you get hit by an attack and endure effect does not come back anymore, you're practically dead. Meanwhile, Clear Your Mind recovers your HP to 40% past endure status. So, you know, if only Sabrina got unyielding with her sync grid, I think she will be so good. Clear Your Mind plus unyielding, I think, will be so good. I'm not sure if it's part of the deluxe lucky cookies, but it would be so awesome if we can do that. Anyway, for her passive skills, We got Team Smart Command 2, so every time she uses a trainer move, that's X Special Attack All, Condition Shield, or Clear Your Mind, with a 30% chance of giving everyone special moves up next. And what this does is that you can stack special moves up next to 10 stacks maximum. Per stack, you get a 40% increase in damage for your special attacks. 40%. So this applies to every single special attack move except sync moves. So for example, Year Volkner Discharge or Thunder works with this. If you have Renegade Cynthia, Shadow Ball works with this. If you have Dialga, I think Roar of Time, I think it's a special attack move, also works with this. New Year Lily with Moongeist Beam, Moonblast works with this. SYGNA Red, Blast Burn, Heat Wave works with this. Every single special attack works with this. She powers up everyone's special attack damage by 40% every time this triggers, which is good. And then Sharp Teamwork 2 has a 30% chance of raising everyone's critical hit rate after you use Confusion. So Team Smart Command works with trainer moves. Sharp Teamwork works with Confusion. It's 30% chance of raising critical hit rate, which is good as well. Aggravation 4 again raises the chances of confusing everyone if you use Confusion. And now for her lucky skills, I think the best one to give her is Vigilance, because I did not find any Vigilance tiles, and Vigilance prevents you from getting hit by criticals. So that you don't accidentally faint in battle, Vigilance I think will be a good thing. And then there's a brand new lucky skill for Deluxe Lucky Cookies called Revenge Boost 4. Every single time you get hit, there's a 40% chance of recovering one move gauge when you have Revenge Boost 4 on her. And now, is it possible to get everything with her Sync Grid? Well, not exactly, but at 1 out of 5 you can get everything. There's no problem at 1 out of 5. At 2 out of 5 you start to make decisions. Not really that hard yet, but if you know me, I don't exactly want to rely too much on terrain effects. So I did not give her Psychic Stasis and Precognition 1. Instead, I gave Confusion, Team Fast Track 2, which basically 30% chance of raising everyone's speed stat. We got Clear Your Mind Master Healer 1, so that we get to recover a little bit more HP. And then we have Guarded Entry 1 over to the bottom right, which raises our defense and special defense plus 1 at the start of the battle. We also have Healthy Healing, so that we get a regen effect at the start of the battle. Now at 3 out of 5, this gets a little bit challenging. You have a choice whether to go for Team Tough Luck or Clear Your Mind MP Refresh 2 plus 2 Master Healer ones. But I think this combines the best for her. We got Team Tough Luck 4, which 50% chance of raising everyone's defense and special defense or both. And after we use a sync move every single time, we get to recover 40% HP. We got Clear Your Mind Master Healer 1 and MP Refresh 2. And then we just got a sync no tile because there's enough energy for that. But we can easily swap this with anything else. But I think I would definitely get Team Tough Luck 4 on her. Meanwhile, this one is a Team Tough Luck 4 build as well. But without the Clear Your Mind thing, we got Guarded Entry and Healthy Healing for her, as well as Recuperation 2. And yeah, again, there are infinite possibilities for Sync Grid, and this is just one of them. Let me see how we can get a Clear Your Mind. We can do something like this as well. Got a Clear Your Mind MP Refresh as well as a Master Healer. Unfortunately, you cannot go this way. There's just not enough energy to do that. So, you cannot get... Let me just check. I don't think you can... Oh, you can! You can! You can actually do this. So we got Team Tough Luck 4. We don't get Fast Track 2 though. But we also get a Clear Mind Master Healer 1 and another Master Healer 1 as well as an MP Refresh 2. I think this will be a very nice build for her as well. Yeah, Sabrina, New Year Sabrina. And that was New Year Sabrina, guys. With, I think the best thing about her is, you know, aside from Team Smart Command 2, which gives everyone, you know, 30% chance of the special moves up next. This is RNG. I think the other one that's good is Team Tough Luck 4, which, you know, Sabrina can raise a lot of stats, can raise special attack, can raise critical hit rate, can raise defense, can raise special defense, can raise speed if you get Team Fast Track 2, which is awesome. I hope that she is kind enough to appear as quickly as possible in Sync Pair Scout. Good luck, everyone. But now we come back to the slide, which again is the schedule. Renegade Cynthia already out. Volkner, New Year Volkner, New Year Sabrina coming together January 1 to January 17. Lucas, January 13 to January 20 or February 27. Same end date for Renegade Cynthia and Lucas, as well as the reruns of New Year Lily and New Year Lance. January 4 ends on the same day as the two new seasonals, January 17. Now let's compare them. Let's compare the new sync pairs with their stats. As you can see over here, Renegade Cynthia has the highest attack stat and not too bad special attack, but this is easily defeated by New Year Volkner, who has a much higher attack stat at 468. And if you have him 6-star EX, this will become 508 special attack stat, which is very high. He also gets the highest speed out of everyone, but the lowest HP at only 573. Lowest HP stat. New Year Sabrina, as expected from supports, has the highest defense and special defense, but the lowest special attack stat, and the highest HP, by the way, as well. And then Lucas, somewhere in the middle, but the lowest speed stat. But you know, it's not all about the stats. It's about the multipliers, as you can see over here. Now, I've been discussed this quite a lot of times in the past already. If you want an in-depth discussion for this, you can check out my past analysis on Renegade Cynthia, as well as the overall January Sync Pairs Who to Scout for video where I discuss each one. I'm just going to focus on Volkner and Sabrina here, which, if you check the numbers out, this is what you get. So again, this is thanks to Bernard and Jack and STDK12. The computations is, I think, the field effect is there if there's required, if they get powered up by field effects are there, and then maximum tiles on the sync grid and stuff. But as you can see over here, New Year Volkner as a striker unit has very high sync nuke damage. Not as high as SYGNA Suit LUSAMINE, I think, reach 11 million something. But that's a very high sync nuke damage for striker. Because normally strikers only are around 7 million or below with terms of sync nuke damage. Again, if you have him 6-star EX, he gets to hit everyone. For tech sync pairs, it's only just one sync pair. Sabrina, don't expect her to deal a lot of damage as well, or because, you know, only very low special attack stats. But that's the numbers, guys. And now, let us take a deeper look at New Year Volkner. I know you guys want to compare New Year Volkner and N. And so here are the numbers, guys. N. People choose N every single time for the attack for electric type. I prefer Marnie because N cannot raise his critical hit rate on his own, and this limits a lot. I mean, if you use N, The way that you get to hit very hard is that you pair N up with Volkner, the normal Volkner, Electric Terrain, N, and another Sync Pair. If this Sync Pair cannot raise your critical hit rate, well, Volkner cannot, or rather N cannot raise your critical hit rate. So, N over here has the highest attack stat at 414, lowest speed stat, but defense is quite okay for a striker at 157. New Year Volkner again has the lowest HP at 573 only, but the highest special attack stat. ELESA, because electric type striker, I decided to put electric type striker plus Marnie plus Volkner here. ELESA has the highest HP, that's because she has a recoil attack, wild charge I think. Sorry. Lowest, oh, I forgot to mark the defenses, but she has the lowest defense, 115, meanwhile the highest defense is Volkner, that's because tech unit. And then, yeah, those are the stats. But what about the multipliers, as you can see? So Volkner has the highest, or rather New Year Volkner has the most number of multipliers in terms of sync move. Let's compare Marnie with Volkner because Marnie also has the same amount. Inertia, the higher your speed stat is, the stronger the damage. Meanwhile, she has a built-in, if the opponent is paralyzed, you get to deal more damage. Static Shock 3, if the opponent is paralyzed, you get to deal more damage as well. And super effective up next is available at 3 out of 5 for her trainer move. I forgot what her trainer move is called, but there's a chance of giving yourself super preparation or super effective up next after you use a trainer move using Marnie. Meanwhile, Volkner is a little bit more consistent with this one. If the opponent is paralyzed, Static Shock 3 and Static Shock 5 helps. Double Down 3, basically if the opponent is weak to electric type attacks, your sync move gets stronger. So you do not have to raise your stats in order to get these multipliers to work. You just have to paralyze the opponent and hit the opponent with a super effective up next, or rather a super effective move. The super effective up next is available at, wait a minute, is this not 3 out of 5? I think this is 3 out of 5. Yeah, I think this is 3 out of 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but let me just quickly check back. This is Super Sinker, guys. So that's a 3 out of 5 something, my mistake. So if the opponent is, or rather if after you use a sync move for the very first time, you get a super effective up next. After you use a sync move for the very first time. This is 3 out of 5. And then for attack move multipliers, you get ramming speed 3 out of 5. You also get fast track 9 at 2 out of 5. Thunder paralysis synergy at 3 out of 5. And that's New Year Volkner. Meanwhile, the normal Volkner, the opponent is paralyzed, you get to deal more sync move damage. Harry 3 if the opponent is flinching. Paralysis synergy 2 if the opponent is paralyzed. Power induction 3 if electric terrain. Super duper effective 1 if the opponent is weak to electric type attacks. N has outrage multipliers. Outrage is a dragon type attack, so I'm gonna ignore that. His trainer move allows him to have a super effective up next if you do not have a sync buff. So you have to use his trainer move. I think it's Ideals will prevail or Truth will prevail. Either of the two. You have to use his trainer move before you use a sync move in order to get the super effective up next. And then Static Shock 3, if the opponent is paralyzed, you get to deal more damage. Marnie, ramming speed for Aura Wheel. The higher speed stat is, the stronger your Aura Wheel becomes. Mode swing. Basically, you change from hangry mode to full belly mode. For full belly mode, your electric type attacks get stronger. If you're Hangry mode, your dark type attacks get stronger. And again, super effective up next is available at 3 out of 5 if you use her trainer move. And then ELESA, inertia, the higher speed stat is, the stronger. Paralysis synergy 3, if the opponent is paralyzed, stronger attack move damage, as well as ramming speed, the higher speed stat, the stronger her attack move damage. Now, how do these convert to damage, to numbers? Well, these are the numbers. Marnie, still the electric type Sync Nook Queen, 20,424,150. Volkner has very, very high Sync Nook damage, even higher than Luxray and the other Volkner, even though he is a tech unit. Now, I think Sophocles has the higher number, but we're not talking about Sophocles right now. We're mostly focusing on N versus Volkner because I know you guys want to see the comparison between the two. And then with the attack move damage, as you can see over here, New Year Volkner does more damage than N. This is probably because his multipliers has everything to do with his dragon type attacks and not his electric type attacks. So Volkner, New Year Volkner does more damage in terms of DPS than N. And as you can see over here, ELESA with the lower numbers for those. Marnie with the lowest DPS over here. I think this is only ramming. I think this is Aura Will. I don't think we're considering dark type attack. Power Trip. Power Trip is very strong. So those are the numbers, guys. So New Year Volkner, the new DPS king or something like that, but cannot defeat Marnie in terms of Sync Nook damage. But New Year Volkner is the highest Sync Nook damage for every single electric type striker. So he defeats all electric type strikers instead of in terms of Sync Nook damage. And now let's move on to Sabrina. I have asked a lot of you guys on Discord, who do you think will be a nice comparison to New Year Sabrina? And you guys said Jasmine or Costly Jasmine, we have Ingo, we have Sabrina, the normal one, SYGNA Suit Blue. There are more, but I can only put 5 right now. But I think those are nice comparisons. So, as you can see over here, New Year Sabrina has the lowest... Wait a minute. This is strange. She has the lowest special defense out of everyone. Really? She has the lowest special defense out of everyone. She has the lowest special attack, highest HP stat, middle ground for speed, and ignoring the attack stat. The highest special attack and special, or rather special defense and special, or defense is SYGNA Suit Blue when, you know, Blastoise is Mega Evolve. Lowest speed stat belongs to SYGNA Suit Blue. Highest special attack stat belongs to Sabrina, the normal one. But the lowest defense. Meanwhile, Ingo is the only one that relies on physical attack. His sync move is a physical attack. His normal attacks are special attacks. And then Cosplay Jasmine over here has somewhat middle ground out of everything. Second highest special defense stat. But then, stats are not everything. But, you know, support units are not exactly about multipliers over here. But they also have their multipliers, you know. New Year Sabrina has special moves up next. Meanwhile, Sabrina and Alakazam has critical strike 2 at 3 out of 5. SYGNA Suit Blue has Raging Rain 3 if it's raining. Smart Cookie, the higher your special defense stat is, the stronger your attack move damage. But those are the multipliers that they have. Again, support units, not exactly too much about the multipliers. Instead, we're going to consider one more thing. And that is, what do they raise? What stats do they raise? And as you can see over here, Year Sabrina gives everyone a 30% chance of raising their critical hit rate after you use Confusion. At 3 out of 5, once you get hit, you have a 50% chance of raising your defense stat or special defense stat, or both. At 2 out of 5, you get Confusion Team Fast Track 2. Then at 2 out of 5, I think you get Guarded Entry, which raises your defense and special defense +1 at the start of the battle. You also get an X special attack all, which you can use twice. At 1 out of 5, you get an MP refresh 2 with X special attack all. Or at 3 out of 5, you get all ramped up 1, which raises your special attack stat +3 instead of +2 every single time you use X special attack. So you're raising a lot of stats. You're raising critical hit rate, defense, special defense, speed, special attack, 5 stats. Plus, you got Team, or rather, was it Team Smart Command or something like that, which has a 30% chance of giving everyone special moves up next when you use a trainer move using Year Sabrina, which is very good. Cosplay Jasmine, on the other hand, at the start of the battle, you get to raise everyone's critical hit rate +1. You got X special attack +1. Oh, this is her passive skill. Every single time you use a trainer move, you get to raise your special attack +1. Our trainer move allows you to raise your critical hit to maximum as well as special defense +maximum. And then the trainer move also has all ramp up 1, which raises your special attack stat as well. I think this is raises special attack stat. And then there's an MP refresh 2 at 1 out of 5 for Cosplay Jasmine. But get to raise critical hit rate, special attack, special defense. 3 stats. 3 stats for Cosplay Jasmine. Again, critical hit rate, special attack, special defense. That's it. 3 stats for Cosplay Jasmine. Ingo, you get to raise everyone's attack stat and special attack stat. I think this is the first time you use Sandstorm. And then every single time you use, or I'm not sure if this is a chance thing, but when it's Sandstorming and you use a move, you get to raise everyone's speed stat. And then 2 out of 5, I think he also gets Guarded Entry, which raises your defense stat and special defense stat +1. I think you have Sand Guardian, Gritty Guardian. If it's Sandstorming, you hit the opponent, you get to raise your defense and special defense by a couple of percentage. And then Trainer Move allows you to raise attack stat +1 and critical hit rate +2 for everyone. And then there's an MP refresh 3 with his trainer move at 1 out of 5. So you get to raise attack, special attack, speed, defense, and special defense, but only for him himself. And raise your critical hit rate for everyone. So for everyone, attack, special attack, speed, critical, 4 stats. Attack, special attack, speed, crit for everyone, which is good. And then defense and special defense for him himself. But again, Ingo has potion. He can recover everyone's HP by using potion. Cosplay Jasmine has X regen all. Year Sabrina has Clear Your Mind, which works as a potion as well. Now, Sabrina and Alakazam over here has Dare Hit All and Dare Hit All Critical Squad 1, which raises, no, Dare Hit All just +1 critical hit rate if you have Critical Squad 1. Instead of +1, you get +2, and there's an MP refresh at 2 out of 5 as well. Her trainer move raises an ally's special attack +3 as well as accuracy +1, as well as recovers an ally's HP. Trainer move ramp up 1 basically raises your special attack +4 instead of +3. Reflect Pep Rally 2 raises, every time you use Reflect, you get to raise everyone's speed stat +2. And then at 1 out of 5, you get to raise your special attack +1, and I think her passive skill raises her speed stat +1. But for everyone, you get direct hit, critical hit rate, get special attack for a single trainer, get accuracy, and speed. 4 stats. So again, critical hit rate, special attack, accuracy, speed for everyone. So that's Alakazam and Sabrina. And then SYGNA Suit Blue, still the best tanker in my opinion. Can, you know, has Team Force, or rather Force Field, which raises everyone's special defense. I think 40% or was it 50% every single time you attack. Every single time you get hit, you can raise everyone's attack stat or special attack stat or both. And then if you use his trainer move to the top, you get to raise everyone's critical hit rate. I think that's only +1, then you can use it ×2. Yeah, just keep that in mind. I kind of messed up. And then trainer move Pep Rally 1. When you use a trainer move, you get to raise everyone's speed stat +1. Then there's X Defense All, which raises everyone's defense stats. And an MP Refresh with X Defense All. So, SYGNA Suit Blue raises attack, special defense, critical hit rate, speed, attack, special defense, critical hit rate, speed, defense. 6 different stats for SYGNA Suit Blue. 5 stats for New Year Sabrina. But then again, SYGNA Suit, or rather New Year Sabrina, can also pair up with SYGNA Suit Blue and power him up as well because of the special moves up next. But, you know, these are what they can bring to the table. And I think special moves up next, again, relies on RNG. But if RNG works, nice. And then also, by the way, SYGNA Suit Blue has Team Triage Tank and Team Fist Bump. So every single time you get attacked or attack the opponent, there's a chance of restoring everyone's HP. A chance. Jasmine, X Regen All, every single time you attack, you get to recover a little bit of HP. Ingo Potion user, Alakazam or Sabrina, her trainer move recovers your HP. New Year Sabrina, her trainer move recovers HP. So keep that in mind as well, because SYGNA Suit Blue's recovery relies on RNG. Meanwhile, Sabrina and the rest has a more reliable recovery than SYGNA Suit Blue. So, that's about it for these guys. And I hope you guys learned something from this one. Again, Sabrina, don't expect her to do a lot of damage. She's just there to support, but you can pair her up with anyone that hits with a special attack. You can pair her up with Renegade Cynthia, you can pair her up with Lucas, you can pair her up with New Year Volkner, you can pair her up with New Year Lance with a Hyper Beam, it also powers it up. New Year Lily is a physical attacker, so that will not work. You can pair her up with SYGNA Suit Blue, you can pair her up with Classic ELESA, Mewtwo, stuff, very strong support, and can raise up 5 different stats. So that is Sabrina. Meanwhile, Volkner, as long as the enemy is weak to electric type attacks, you get to excel quite a lot. Now, I'm not sure how he excels in terms of off-type damage. That's something that I want to try. But I think Fast Track 9, if I want to fight against an opponent that is weak, that is not weak to electric type attack, I'll go for Discharge, Fast Track 9, Ramming Speed. So every single time I hit the opponent, I get to deal stronger damage. Or I'll pair her up with New Year ELESA, or rather with Classic ELESA or Palantine Serena. Paralyze everyone, not get double down 3. I think it's double down 3 since the enemy is not weak to electric type. But I have a multiplier called Static Shock 3 plus Static Shock 5, which makes my sync move a lot stronger when the opponent is paralyzed. So I would do it that way, and I cannot wait to try him out. Cannot wait to try her out. I wish you guys the best of luck with your pulls. Happy New Year, and stay safe, guys. Stay safe. It's not cool. It's not enjoyable to be sick. I'm feeling all I don't know what to say. It sucks. It really sucks. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the effort. This is the one and only time that I'll ask you guys to hit the thumbs up button if you appreciated this, and subscribe if you haven't, because you're in the perfect place for Pokemon Masters EX content. And yeah, you're not losing anything by subscribing. And if you want to push the support a little bit further, you can become a member of my channel like those awesome people up there. Yes, up there. Thank you to Shadow Phil. Thank you to Marcella, Alstin, Aryan, John909, Poplio Gaming, Roy Ackerman, or rather Roy Mustango, Lucamidi Armacose, Popwat, Visual, Chrome Dome, Sasori Umbreon, Blue Rose, and Ranger. Thank you very much for all your support. You guys keep me going. And if you want to join them, you can click on the join button and become a member of my channel for as low as $1 a month. Yeah, that's basically it. And I'm done. I can finally rest my voice now. Just keep in mind, guys, that these sync pairs are also coming. Paid, non-paid, free. So first one is free. Second two is 5,000 paid gems. This one is a normal banner. So I'm trying to do a showcase. This was my plan yesterday, but I got sick. I haven't been able to do my Champion Stadium yet, but I'll try to do my best. But keep in mind that they're also coming. They're rerun banners. But today we discuss about the New Year units, and I hope you guys appreciated it. Again, no need to follow anything I say. Go for your favorites, because every single month/season will be getting more and more better and better sync pairs. So I'm here to bring you advice. I'm here to bring you info, data. You guys follow your heart, and good luck. Best of luck with your pulls. And with that said, we're done. That is the end of this presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, thank you so much for watching. Good luck on your pulls. Come to me. Come to me. And with that said, this is Sol, also known as SPL Gum, also known as Spatial Gum, also known as Grunt. The artist team's called Grunt. I'll see you in the next video. Right.